fried green tomatoes. We're making fried green tomatoes. That is what the tomato looks like when it is coated. This is about the width that you want to have your tomato. As I said before, I had already started filming this, you guys, but I ended up getting distracted because these dogs want to bark about everything that they possibly can. As I was saying in the video before, my mother-in-law stayed here by herself. One of our reasons for I'm actually putting the tomatoes in the water, in the grease, because the grease ended up getting hot too quickly because I had to take some time and go and tell the dogs to shut up. But my mother-in-law was here by herself a lot, and she lives in a pretty big city, and it's not the safest city. So that is one of the reasons that we ended up actually moving with her to help her out and to be here to provide safety. But when you're an older person, such as she is, you kind of want to have some security as far as safety. So what I did is I seasoned my tomatoes with some garlic powder. I'm so sorry that this video was not rolling when I did that. But you know, you just want to slice your tomatoes, your green tomatoes or red. I like both. And you want to slice them to this type of thickness, okay? And then you want to take a yellow or a white, I prefer yellow or a white cornmeal. You want to put Cajun seasoning because it gives it a little kick to your liking. Onion powder. This is all in the batter. And you want to use parsley flakes. I also did a little bit of black pepper. I didn't want to do too much because Cajun is always hot. But anyway, as you can see or hear, they are frying. I gotta wash my hands, y'all. I have to keep my hands washed. I hate for anything to be on my hands, so that's why I had to walk away. But anyway, they are frying, and as they are frying, I'm gonna be talking to you guys. So you want to get a yellow or white, to your liking, whatever it is. I prefer yellow, and the only reason I prefer yellow is because that's what my mother has always used, a yellow cornmeal for frying fish, for frying the tomatoes, and you want to just let them get cooked. So, as I said, we moved here, and it's been wonderful being here. However, for me and doing my videos, that is the part I don't like. They get absolutely positively get on my nerves. These dogs bark about everything. They bark about everything, you guys. They bark if they hear neighbors getting out of their car. They bark if they hear kids walking down the street. They bark if they hear the TV on. It's so annoying. My husband gets so livid over how, it's one thing to have a guard dog, but to have a guard dog that needs to be on medication is really crazy. And I'm serious. They really need to be on medication. They get too serious about stuff. So we're making fried green. Okay, y'all, I dropped the spatula now. Fried green tomatoes. As I said before, when I thought I was rolling, I always make it an opportunity when I'm at the house by myself to do videos by myself, because for some reason people do not understand the importance of there not busting in on your videos, of there not being super duper loud and stuff like that, yelling and just craziness. So what you want to do is you want to put on your plate or whatever it is that you're going to drain your tomatoes on, you want to put some napkins to allow them time to drain. And because tomatoes are so fragile, it's a very fragile vegetable, you basically just want them to cook. That's what they're doing. I'm going to go over the top of it. They're cooking. Y'all, this little tripod I got is a piece of bona fide. Y'all hear me? It's a piece of bona fide work. It is just, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to have to hold it because this tripod is, ooh, it's tripping. But so you do your batter with yellow cornmeal, parsley flakes, your Cajun season or regular season. I like a little kick, not too much. I don't like hot, but I like the flavors of Cajun. And you just let them cook. I would say, depending on the thickness of your tomatoes, about 2 minutes on each side, because it doesn't take a tomato long. In total, you really want your tomatoes only to cook about, okay, that's good. You only want your tomatoes to cook only about, no longer, y'all. I'm serious, because I don't have a deep fryer, and I like when I turn them over, I kind of like, you have to do it real gentle because you don't want your coating to go rolling off into into the batter. That's not what you want, because if they go rolling off into the batter, all the goodness is in the batter. So that's why I don't even try to turn them over that much. They don't need to cook that much. As I said, tomatoes are very thin vegetables, and so these will be done in just a little while. I tell y'all, I made fried fish last night for the family. I don't like fried things. I really like to boil, but there's no such thing as boiled fried tomatoes. But I have been thinking about these, so I use this as an opportunity. So what you want to do is get 2 or 3 tomatoes. All I used was 1.5, medium size, and get your grease hot, your vegetable oil hot. And once you do that, you let it get hot. You're going to season the yellow cornmeal to your liking. Put it in a bag that you can shake and coat the tomatoes with. Coat the tomatoes really, really good. The good thing is that they are wet vegetables, so because they are a wet vegetable, they will coat pretty good. And once you coat them, you drop them in the grease. But as I said, they don't have to stand here real long at all because they are very, very thin. Yeah, see, look at that. Y'all see that? That's just the, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these out, the ones that, and they probably all can come out because they've been in here. All of them actually were put in here at the same time. Y'all, I love tomatoes. I was saying before I realized that I wasn't even filming. As a little girl, my grandmother, and she rests in peace, my grandmother passed away many, many years ago, but I remember being a little girl, and as a little girl, I remember going to Alabama and in the summertime, and actually going to her garden and getting baby cucumbers and tomatoes out of her garden and eating cucumber and tomato salad with with vinegar, salt and pepper and honey. That was definitely the life. Y'all, I'm cleaning. But this batter that I use for the tomatoes, you can also use batter for frying fish if you like. It works for that as well. Because tomatoes are a wet vegetable, it is really, really good to let them drain. And don't touch them that much. Touch them too much, they will tear up, as some of these are. Because it is a wet vegetable, the batter doesn't stay on them that well. If you wanted to, you could do a, if you want to, you could do a, what is that called? An egg. You could do an egg. I didn't want to put no egg on my tomatoes this morning. I just didn't want to do that. That just was not appealing to me. So I'm going to cook this last one. And once I cook this last one, I will show you guys what they actually look like. Now, like I said before in the beginning of the video, they are very thin. I mean, not thin, but they are it is a very fragile vegetable. Will tear up in a minute, okay? Okay, we're gonna get our crunchies and everything. And what I normally do, you guys, is I normally eat mine with either ranch Because like I said, I don't like the hot seasoning. I'm a kind of whiskey when it comes to hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the fan. So that is what you guys hear. To kind of, if you wanted them, like I said, to have a better appearance as far as attaching the tomatoes, you would want to add an egg. I did not want to do that. So I'm going to get off here and go ahead and eat my fried tomatoes with my ranch. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in to Carol's Daily Sauce. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember that sharing is caring. And don't forget to click on the bell to be reminded of each and every video that I upload. God bless you, and I'm praying that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye.